In 2019, we were putting together our inaugural group. The scouting department, Mike Jacobs obviously as GM, we would sit down a couple of times a week and talk about potential targets. There were a lot of individuals that were being thrown across the table. Hani was one of those names.
Mukhtar boltrer sig. Mukhtar!
I watched an awful lot of footage of Hani. He was playing in a couple of different positions for his then club, Bromby. But what stuck out more than anything else was his quality in possession. Linking play, connecting with others, got out of tight areas terrifically well. You know, managing the ball well. He's a very, very intelligent guy. But it was also his energy and his determination that struck me when I was looking at that footage. He looked exactly how I could see our group developing, type of players, the attitude that we were looking for, and he's certainly been all of those and more.
Hani Mukhtar's first 2 seasons with Nashville SC were impressive, but the current one has been historic. MLS leader in goals with 23, MLS leader in goal contributions with 34. He scored 46% of Nashville's goals, cementing his status as the frontrunner for the Landon Donovan MLS MVP award. But even superstars can't neglect the daily chores.
The white dog, Stacy, she's 6 years old. Yeah, she's the dog of my fiance. And that's Maddie. Maddie is 2 years old. I got her here in Nashville. So Maddie is a Nashvilleian. I started with 5 years old playing soccer in Berlin. My older brother was playing soccer, and it's the biggest sport, obviously, in Europe. So to become a professional soccer player was always a dream of mine. Halftime. Come, let's go, Maddie. When they told me about their plans with me and how do they see me in the team, that was actually crazy for me. They had just 2 or 3 players signed at that time. So basically, normally when a team is interested in you, you look at the team, like you look their formation, you look their system, how do they play, where would I fit in and everything. But back then it was just a theory or just a plan, right? But also it was an exciting plan. You're not hearing that often that someone or a team wants to build the team around you, or you are coming here as the first designated player. Like, it's such an honor. But honestly, the beginning was difficult for me. I used to be always a number 10 offensive midfielder, creating opportunities for my team, helping in the build-up play, you know, dropping into pockets. But the club and the coach wanted me as a decisive player that I receive the last pass and then I have to score or give an assist. They want to have me higher up the field.
We went from playing predominantly with a back 4 to playing with a back 3. 3 attacking players in what was a 3-4-3 shape. We were looking to change the perspective of the player from what we would class as a 10, a connector and creator, to a goal scorer.
It took time to adapt, but honestly, we see the numbers now and the end product now. It's amazing. They saw something in me, it made sense, and I can just say thank you, you know.
It was that change that I think gave him a little bit more freedom to get beyond defenders, maybe see an extra defender on the field where he wasn't lent on as much to be tracking players. Yeah, he's really not looked back since.
Being top of the league is great, but it's no walk in the park. It requires intense training, constant study, and on occasion, some extreme and extremely cold measures.
Liquid nitrogen, as soon as it hits room temperature, becomes gas. And so that's what that cold air is. It's extremely cold. When it enters the coils in the back of the machine, it's about 300 degrees below zero, and it does warm up a little bit. Usually, Hani will be in anywhere from 180 to 200 degrees below zero when it kind of reaches the skin.
How long were you in there? 2-3 minutes. Yeah. I used to go always in the ice bath, and I'm still doing it, but I feel like the cryotherapy helps me with like getting back to my full potential very fast. Everyone has to try it. I mean, it's just cold air and you're just breathing.
All right, ready?
Yes, sir.
Watch your head. Cold exposure is very common in athletics. Your brain senses the change in temperature and starts pulling the blood to the core just to protect the organs. And then when you get out, skin's back to normal temperature, so the brain senses we're back into a normal environment. And so it pushes that blood back into the extremities.
When you go in an ice bath, you have a lot of pain, right? And with the cryo, you don't have too much pain. It's just cold air.
Helps with soreness, helps with circulation, decreasing inflammation, just in the body in general. You're just kind of shocking the body, if you will, into recovering a little more quicker and just kind of get ready for the next game.
I think we're looking at a player that felt very frustrated and disappointed that he hadn't got the MVP award last year. But I think it's inspired him. We saw a player that was a very, very good team player and a creative influence on the group when he came in 2020. And we're now looking at a striker who's a focal point, a goal scorer, a game changer. He's, without a shadow of a doubt, the most talented guy that I've worked with as a coach. We're talking about an individual who works tirelessly without the ball to achieve what every single player on the team wants, which is a result every weekend.
First of all, we have to be successful as a team, and in the end, I can only influence my performance. I can just give my best every game, every training session, you know, and if you win it or not, you can look in the mirror and say like, hey, I gave everything. And I believe when I do that, I have a really good chance to win it.